I keep, don't give me that look, Scott. I think
himself.
Throughout the course of this morning, it's the pause and think 91 charges over the course of 4+ months. There's no precedent for any of them for a former president. He's leading the Republican primary by 25 to 30+ points. No one's attacking him that's anywhere close to him in polling on these indictments. Scott Jennings, why not?
Well, because more than half of the Republican Party, maybe 55% of the Republican Party, sees this presidential campaign as a referendum on the treatment of Donald Trump. And that's the primary electorate. Now, the general election electorate will see it much differently. They'll see it as a referendum on how their lives are going and the economy and so on and so forth. But in this pool of people, they see it all as a referendum on the treatment of Donald Trump. And they're not asking themselves, do we want to have a general election about Joe Biden's job performance or about Donald Trump's, persecution? They're just seeing this as a way for him to be able to vindicate himself against all this Democratic persecution. And the rest of these Republican candidates know it. They don't know what to do about it. None of them have figured out what to do about it. And I don't suspect any of them are going to figure out what to do about it. I mean, right now he's sitting in the mid-50s in this thing. Even if he were in the mid-40s, he would almost be unbeatable in a fragmented field.
So here's my question. A, can you tell me that any of the other dozen-plus candidates would look at this and think, that's cool. These 98 pages with Trump and his team and the 18 co-conspirators, we're good with that.
For themselves?
No, like in general.
Like maybe for a president of the
exactly.
United States.
So what should they do about it?
I mean, look, they're all trapped. All the Republicans are trapped. They're trapped in a room with Donald Trump. He's not trapped in there with them. They're trapped in there with him. But they're also trapped in there with his voters and the people who believe he has been unfairly treated. Those people are not going away, and they're highly likely to turn out in this primary. Not a single one of them has a strategy to deal with it other than this. Maybe Republicans decide, look, I just don't want to deal with this anymore. Who else is out there? But that's out of your hands. I mean, you're waiting on people to make that decision. And right now, there's no evidence that they are. There are people, I think, running interesting campaigns and saying interesting things. But that's different than actually convincing people to leave Trump by the wayside.
Yeah. Those are